Welcome back to Art from Earth. Today I'm going to show you how I make wooden hinges in LightBurn. Let's start off by making a circle out in the grid and then go up to the size box and make that 5 millimeters in diameter. That'll match a 5 millimeter wood dowel that I bought. And then let's make another circle and we'll size it at 11 millimeters. Select it and move it over and center it on the other circle, and then take both of those and snap them to the grid somewhere. While both of those are selected, use Ctrl D to duplicate them and then move them down with the arrow keys for the other part of the hinge. If you go up to the Edit Settings, and then make sure that you have Snap to Objects and Snap to Grid selected. And also change this Control arrow key to 1 millimeter, and that'll help you move things around later. Now let's make a few rectangles. We'll need 3 for the top circles. And we'll need 2 here at the bottom. The smaller ones are going to be the tabs, and we'll size them up in the size box here. Make that 5 millimeters wide by 10.2 millimeters long. Make sure that lock is unlocked so that you can change these independently. Size this other one to 10.2 millimeters long by 5 millimeters high. And then just double check those by clicking on them and looking up there in the size box, because sometimes things do change a little bit. Now we'll size these larger rectangles. Let's make this one 11 millimeters wide by 16.1 millimeters high. And then we'll grab that in the center of the bottom here and place it in the center of that circle. And we'll size this one 11 millimeters by 20.3 millimeters. And then grab the midpoint of that one and place it on the center of that circle. We'll size this other box 20.2 millimeters wide by 11 millimeters tall. And I'll move that from the corner and snap it to the corner of that box. And now we'll take these tabs and grab them by the corner and just place them on the corner of these other boxes. And then if we select them, we can move them in 1 millimeter increments by using the Control plus arrow key. We'll go 5 millimeters over with that one, and we'll go 5 millimeters up with this one. And that's where those need to be. And now let's weld these shapes together. You can pick a shape and then with your shift key pick another shape, and then go up to the menu and pick weld shapes. Shape plus another shape, and weld them. Or you can pick them and use the Control plus W to weld them. And you can also pick groups of shapes by using a window and then hit Control W and it'll weld them together. And now we want to radius these corners, and we'll go down here and make this a 6 millimeter radius. We'll pick that shape and click on the corner and it'll automatically radius it. We'll do that corner and that corner. Now let's pick this bottom shape. We'll duplicate it. We'll move it over with the arrow keys. And then I'm going to mirror it because I need those two little pockets for the dowel to be facing each other on these two hinge pieces. Move that over a little bit and get it centered. Now let's set the start points on here because I'm using a lead in, lead out on these shapes, and I want it to come in on a corner. So just by picking the shape and then picking a corner point, it'll set that lead in and lead out. And now I'm going to put these on different layers so I can control the cuts. This one will be a cutout, so I'll put it on the pocket layer. I'm going to put these shapes on the hinge pocket layer because I want to just engrave a little pocket there that the dowel will fit in. And then I'll put all the other shapes on the cutout layer. Now I'll just select these shapes and preview them to make sure that my lead in and lead out is in the right spot. I'm doing an engraving where that dark circle is. And now I'm just going to group these items so that those holes don't happen to change location on any of those pieces. And I can also duplicate them and make more pieces as I need them. So we'll preview that one more time, and now we're ready to send it to the laser. And it'll cut the pockets and the holes first and then cut the outlines. Now I've got all my pieces cut and my boxes put together. I'm ready to put the hinges on it. Make sure everything fits and put the two pieces together. I'm kind of doubling these up just to get a little thicker look to that hinge. And make sure that dowel fits in there and it's the right length. Now I'll put a clamp on these parts to make sure things are lined up properly, and put these back pieces in, making sure that the little hinge pocket is facing the right direction. Kind of test fit that dowel, and make sure the pins are inserted before you start gluing anything together, and make sure you've got enough clearance for everything. Now I'll take some thin super glue and just kind of lay it along the joints of these pieces, and it'll kind of pull itself in there by capillary action and kind of instantly glue these things. And make sure everything's working properly. And now we're ready to put the little hasp pieces on. First I'll just glue things from the other side. Add a little more glue in all of these little pockets. And now I'm ready to put the hasp on there. Kind of test fit everything first. Put the little pin in there to keep things lined up, and when it looks like things are going to work, we can put some glue in there. And then just glue everything from the other side. Wherever you can get some glue in will help hold things together. And that's the completed box. If you have any questions about anything, ask them in the comments below, and please subscribe.